Wayne, what was your assessment of that?
Yeah, a little frustrated with the scoreline at the end, disappointed with that, but as we said on the pitch afterwards, certainly not disappointed with the effort that's gone in over the last probably 6 weeks really. One, preparing for the tour. We came here with a goal to try and win a series, and we were serious about that. It wasn't just talk. And the players worked really, really well together, came together well on this tour. So I think we'll take a lot of positives out of that. Obviously pleased to have got the history of the win last week, but certainly this week there were just some big moments at times where the pressure that South Africa applied on us paid dividends for them. And I'd probably refer to the exit charge down, coming out of our 22, put ourselves under pressure, and then there were a couple of line-outs and attacking situations at about 17-14 and in the last quarter of the game where we not straight and then overthrew. So those big moments in games, we'll learn from that. And but as I say, in all, pleased with the tour itself, just disappointed with the scoreline at the end of the day.
I think reshuffles, losing to like the Palatau and obviously Alun come off the bench. How big a reshuffle was that for you?
Yeah, well, you don't like losing anyone late in the week, and we lost Gareth obviously in a fitness test in the latter part of the week, and then Toby just felt his side. You know, it was an injury that he picked up in the first test, and you know he gutsed it out and had an 80-minute display in the second test, and but it just took its toll on him in the warm-up, and so you know he did the right thing and pulled out, and you know full credit to Josh Navidi, who was on the bench 1 minute and then starting literally minutes before going out for the anthem. So I thought he did very, very well and reacted well, and as did Tane Basham coming off the bench.
Dan, what your reflection on that? Just always chasing the game?
Yeah, I think we didn't start the game brilliantly. Obviously, there's a lot of South Africa had a lot of momentum early doors, and obviously got out to a bit of a lead, and they're a difficult team to peg back. But I thought we moved the ball really well in that second 20 minutes of the half. We probably didn't quite get full value for the play we had, and then I just think that, to be fair to South Africa, we got right back in it at the start of the second half, where we got to 17-14, and you know the game is in the balance then, and I thought South Africa, in full credit to them, just strangled the game a little bit in terms of won penalties and set piece, turned the screw, played territory, and just forced us to make a couple of errors, and probably just the game it felt like we spent a lot of time in our half, and we just weren't able to probably spend enough time to apply pressure in their half. So credit to South Africa for squeezing us, but difficult start and a difficult sort of last 20.
How would you define the tour?
I think, as Wayne said, I think overall I'd say it's always going to be a slight twinge of disappointment with the way it's ended this evening, but I think if you look at the tour in general, I thought, you know, like Wayne said, to get a win over here, no Welsh team's ever done that, so that's a huge sort of tick. I think probably we were unlucky to not win the first test, pinched the second one a little bit late on, but overall I think it's been a really positive tour. So, you know, blooded some new caps as well. And just probably where we came from the end of the Six Nations, I think if you'd have, you know, I don't think anybody in the room here would have probably predicted how the tour would have gone in this sense. So, you know, we're disappointed not to have picked up a series win, because we felt like coming into this week we were right there, and it was right there for the taking, but fell a little bit short at the end of a long season. And but we said that these are the standards we set ourselves now, as opposed to probably where we fell off a little bit towards the end of the Six Nations. It's important that we don't slip off from that.
Okay. And then just Wayne, you touched on the positives, and you said also about the historic win. I just want to his question as well. Just overall as a tour, how do you think this is a success for you guys? Because I mean, obviously you lost Italy that game in the Six Nations, and many people never thought you guys would actually win the test here. So just overall the series, do you think it's a success for you guys?
Yes, I do. If you look at the first test there, you know, there's probably one or two moments there that you look back on and think, if only, the Louis Rees-Zammit yellow card. But look, you know, it's in the history books. We certainly know that we played very well on that occasion. You know, a little bit of discipline on our own on our own behalves, let us down, but we were right in that game. And then to win the second one, I think coming to South Africa, as Dan has said, probably not too many people would have predicted those first 2 weeks. So look, for us it was a big step in the right direction. When we get together again for the autumn series, we'll be less than 12 months from the Rugby World Cup. So we need to build on this tour. The tour itself's been fantastic. First time we've toured together because of COVID. And it's been really, really great. The team's pulled together really well, both management and players. So, very, very pleased that the positives outweighed the negatives.
Well, you obviously had a lot of adversity. You talked about the changes. You ended up with, on this tour with your fourth choice tight end, Alun winning 6. All sorts going on. In light of all that, yes, the defeat, but a lot of players dug very deep today at the end of a long season.
Yeah, and I think that just shows, the environment that's been created. The players are enjoying coming to work, rolling their sleeves up, enjoying each other's company, which is really, really important. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you go through some dark patches and test matches, and you've only got the bloke beside you to sort of help you out. And the boys, generally speaking, on this tour have done that time and time again. So, look, a disappointment, obviously, in losing any game of rugby, but overall, we'll have a couple of beers tonight, reflect on tonight's game, and then it'll be positive thoughts heading into the next series.
Dan, you mentioned 17-14. Do you think you guys could have done something differently in the last 25 minutes? Perhaps they had a second win because of you guys played 3 sort of the same teams in a row, and they rested guys last week.
Yes and no. I thought, like you said, we started the second half really well and got ourselves right back in the game. And as Wayne alluded to, just a couple of key moments we probably didn't quite get right. And perhaps if we'd have got those right, then perhaps the game would have taken a different path. But it's all if buts and maybes now. We're disappointed we didn't nail those moments. And I think the only thing, if we could go back in time and nail maybe those and give us a platform and in South Africa's territory, then perhaps we could have built on that and applied a bit more pressure. But as it was, we probably just applied. We didn't get enough chances to apply pressure because of whether it was for the reasons Wayne said, or we got turned over at the breakdown after a couple of phases, or South Africa won a penalty. So just probably we if we had our time again, we'd have liked to have applied a bit more pressure for a bit longer in South Africa's territory.
Dan, what is going through the team's mind after the first try conceded? The Boks had 6 opportunities in 22 and only converting twice. Then immediately guys capitalised with the try. You guys absorbed a lot of pressure from them.
Yeah, we weren't quite at the races, to be honest, for the first 10-15 minutes for whatever reason. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. South Africa started really strongly, and I think, again, probably 12 months perhaps ago, we could have potentially conceded 2, 3, 4 times there. And obviously the game's just gone in the first 15-20 minutes. But the boys have dug deep, and to only come up, I think it was 10, we managed to get it back to 10-8 after about half an hour or so. And it just says a huge amount of character. Wayne said about the character and the culture of the group. That's exactly what we've got. We've got a great set of lads here. Backroom team are incredible. It's been a brilliant tour, and I think those types of moments keep you in games. And I think it's just the sense in the dressing room at the minute is very much a frustration that we've probably just let South Africa off a little bit. Fair credit to South Africa, they applied a lot of pressure to us, but we're a resolute bunch in that changing room, and that's going to stand us in brilliant stead for the next couple of campaigns. And I think Wayne summed it up. It's been a really positive campaign. I think naturally myself and Wayne are going to be disappointed sitting here speaking to you, but I think when we sit back and when we enjoy our holidays in a few weeks, I think we'll look back on the tour with some real fond memories. And picking up a win was huge, and playing some really good rugby and being competitive is going to set us in good stand. We've loved South Africa as well, I will say, for you guys as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to come here, and everyone's treated us with warmth, and we hope that you've enjoyed having us here. And it's been great for us. We've loved the country as well.
Yeah, so we have time for one more question here.
I just wanted to ask you, given it's a bit longer game tonight, the Boks, I don't know if you can answer this. Just wanted to know where does he rank in terms of the whole game? How do you feel about Evan's play?
Oh, look, he's a wonderful player. He's a good leader. I think from the young man that started his Test career to where he is now. He's added an immense amount of discipline to his game. He's a major part of the Springbok team, and certainly when we were looking at the opposition, his name came up quite a bit, and it's a sign of the respect that our team has for him. He's a guy that's played 100 Test matches, which is no mean feat in a country like South Africa where you've got a lot of talent. So, look, I think he's had a superb series. He's a wonderful player, world class, and we wish him all the best for the remainder of his career, which I know will be a long one.
And then yes, Wayne, just on individuals, Alun Jones, obviously the most capped player in the world. What's the plan going forward for the 20? Is he in line still to play 2023 World Cup next year? Is he in your plans in the future?
Yeah, I think he answered that tonight with his performance. I thought he did really well. Coming on, he was obviously frustrated with the first 2 tests. Picking up yellow cards, one where it was a team warning, and so he was a bit unlucky there. And the second yellow was another one where it could go either way on a different day. So, look, he was frustrated, but he came out tonight, got on early, and I thought he had a really good game. And he's keen to continue playing while he's deemed to be good enough, and we clearly deem him good enough.